So what's the story of the company? How did it get started?
Yeah, we started as a nudge board for sales reps. So nudging them into the best next action when it came to like lead qualification and lead prioritization. And people liked it. But when we talked to, the sales teams, the managers, the CROs, it was not about like nudging the people into the right direction, but really the pain point was lying in we should not be nudging them. We should solve the problem for them. So instead of telling them, hey, build more pipeline, build more healthy pipeline, do more outreach, like why just not do it for them? And there was the huge pull from the market to be like super targeted, spray and pray will not work. We have just so much LinkedIn connection requests, just so many emails we want to send out. So we really have to find the companies that bring us the highest ROI. And we have to reshuffle that quickly if our business needs, our product roadmap changes. And yeah, we started to work with companies that wanted to test different markets, going more upmarket, going more enterprise, but did not have the expertise to do that quickly. So this is how this tool then kind of developed.
That's super interesting. I feel like sometimes I need to nudge my sales team members, but it makes sense. I think often when you chat with them, it's not that they don't want to do things. It's that it's hard to do all of the things that they need to get done in the day, between making sure their CRM pipeline and data is up to date, to understanding who to reach out to trying to understand the customer's pain point. So if you're helping them along that way in that process, that's going to be more helpful than just being like, hey, make sure you're doing this, make sure you're doing this, from kind of a micromanaging perspective.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I think it's a little bit more positive if you provide the how to do this and a little bit more information and context than just chasing someone, right? Like it's a little bit less negative, I would say.
Like how it all started is I was working with the Nobel laureate who won the Nobel Prize for the concept for nudging. And that was like a great way of getting the foot into the door into the companies, because it was like super lean to onboard the teams. It's just a Slack board. We hook to the CRM. We see exactly what leads to prioritize at which point in time. But when we realized, okay, there must be like a deeper level to this. During my PhD, I was working on matching buyers and sellers based on textual data. And that was like perfect, because in order to qualify and give them the perfect leads and the best companies to go after, we have to work with a lot of textual data from websites, from job descriptions, news articles, financial reports. Yeah, and this is exactly what we are now applying into our platform that we will show you in a minute.
That's a fun way to found a company. Often I feel like people are at a company, they have a problem and they're like, I'm going to go solve a problem or build a product that solves this problem for me. But you coming from a place of actually studying this is somewhat unique. I know it does happen. And I'm excited to see like how that translates into the actual product. And Cyrus, why did you end up joining?
Couple reasons. The past few years, I was always based along startups, and I always went earlier every stage. So I started at a Series C startup. I started a Series A. Really wanted that experience of, get in early, build something. I met Jesse and the team, and we just clicked. But I think really similar to what you said, Lizzie, most founders who feel a pain in their own job and they want to go and solve that problem. I was the ideal user for Loyee. I was in sales. I was a senior AE. I was running partnerships. I was building my own pipeline. And I was like, why does something like this not exist